What we have here is an Emerson Northwind Great Room Fan. Oh, really, it literally says Great Room Fan. Yes, this is what the box says. Came in. Let me get to the macro mode for you. Antique brass as shown, but also polished brass. Yep. 6-inch wood blades. Ooh, fun. Oddly enough, the motor in that illustration, as well as here, is that of the 42-inch model. Kind of weird. It's some weird Photoshop job. Oh, extra long 56-inch wood blade. Alright, so now, here is the fan itself. Here we go. So, this was the 56-inch version of the Northwind series. Alright. They made the Northwind in 52-inch and 42-inch. Those are the most common sizes. Well, actually 52-inch. Alright. They also made this 56-inch version for some reason. Now, the 52 and 42s in antique brass, polished brass, they only came with oak blades. The 56-inch, though, came with reversible walnut, the oak blades. I have the walnut side showing just to show, oh, it's a bit different. Alright, so the Northwind series for Emerson has always been a economy, lower priced line. Always. The first time the Northwind name was used was, I think, in the 20s, where they made a desk fan called the Northwind, which was, you know, a cheap, economical desk fan, right? Ran on AC or DC power, right? Okay, then the name went away. Right? So then in the 80s, okay, Emerson wanted to make a lower priced line. Right? So they went to an import known as Sheng Yuan, or Alaska. So, yeah, so this thing has a cast aluminum vented spinner motor, 12-degree blade pitch. The motor is a 188 by 20. Most of the 52-inch fans at this time, in terms of Alaska, were 188 by 12, something like that. This one's 188 by 20. It has a larger motor. It's not like they just used a 52-inch motor. No. They actually powered this thing pretty well. Alright, so this one dates to 1987. So, yeah. Yep, 1987. So. So let's see what it does. Alright, let's focus in a little closer. And set it to low speed. I've found that most Alaskas have a pretty decent speed range. Pretty decent, almost aesthetic low speeds. This one is no exception. By the way, the model of this one is CF756AB. For whatever reason, like I said, the 56-inch variant's not that common. You don't see these pop up that often. That needs to be silenced. Stupid shit. Shut the... No. Here we go. Die. Perfect. So yeah, it's a nice, almost aesthetic low. It has that flat switch housing, which is interesting. That's in Alaska. It's normal for them. They like their flat switch housings. Now, a lot of Alaskas are low, medium, high. This one is high, medium, low, probably because Emerson. The other Alaska models were the opposite, you know, like Casablanca. So it's... Oh, by the way, it's dead silent on low. It's dead silent on medium as well. I mean, like Casablanca silent on the lower speeds. No hum whatsoever. The medium speed is pretty good. Pretty average. I think I mentioned the blade pitch is 12 degrees, which was standard for Alaskas at the time. In fact, standard for them all the way through until Emerson stopped using them, at least for the most part. Go to high speed. There's a slight buzz, a very, very slight buzz on high speed. It's barely audible. Now the high speed's moving pretty well. I would say it's doing about 180 on high, which is pretty impressive for a 56-inch fan. Like I said, this thing has a 188 by 20 in it, so it's basically the same power as a K55. It has no wobble, which is nice. I've had this fan for quite a long time, however, it's been sitting in my backlog for, well, yeah, a long time. So, bored, decided to pull it out of its box and finally get it up. Yeah, this is a pretty nice fan. Pretty nice. It comes with a little chamois cloth within to kind of clean the finish up, clean the blades off. It's weird. I don't know why, but yeah. Emerson did whatever the hell they wanted, so yeah, for builder, well, I wouldn't call this builder grade, but for, you know, economy grade, this is not a bad performer at all. This was back when they actually cared about performance, before, like, whatever. And today, Emerson no longer offers fans, no longer makes them. In 2020, they sold off their line. I think it was 2020. They sold off their line, or maybe it was 21, but either way, they sold off their line to Luminance Brands, or American DeRosa, right? Where, at first they went with Emerson, then in 21, they called it Cathy Island Home. And in late spring of 2022, American DeRosa went bankrupt. They went out of business, and they took Emerson's line with them. What will become of it after Chapter 7 liquidation? Who knows, but they're gone. For now, they're gone. It's a damn shame. It'd be nice if some other reputable individual purchased the brand and the line. That would be nice, but who knows if that will ever happen. But anyway, there you have it. An Emerson Northwind Great Room fan from 1987.